Hello everyone, welcome. It's Uipo here. Um, you know, Today I wanted to share something that pretty much changed the way I think about everything. You know, and and I never knew from then that you know this one thing that it's so powerful, and also that will make me think about all the other stuff, and also it's probably giving me healing at the same time. And I always thought that with all the problems that I've had, that somebody else gonna is gonna fix it for me, or even the doctors, the psychologists, the counseling. um I can't remember what the other things that I've done since I think it was beginning of last year. So beginning of 2019. So there's one things that I wanted to touch on a bit, but before we go on there, just making sure that that you are you are know what you want, and actually very clear the problems that you have. um and there's one things that somebody's been talking to me about it, but I never knew until I actually done a bit of a research and go into it, as forgiveness. And I guess one things that I didn't understand, what does forgiveness mean, and what do I need to do to be able to forgive. But I think forgiveness is such a powerful thing, that one of the things that I've noticed since I forgive since I had the psychologist and talked about it, is letting me know that I don't have to hold on to a lot of things, things that happened to me in the past, that I was blaming myself, and also I was blaming other people as well. That I have to forgive myself, and all the problems, and the angers that I had, that I've actually have to deal with it. Like, I can feel sad about it, I can hate, I can be angry. It's okay to do that, but in the short amount of time that I have to. And then I have to put myself into the position that, it's okay to feel sad, it's okay to feel angry, it's okay to feel frustrated and stressed about it. But from that time, I have to move myself into forgiveness. It's pretty much like a very different person, inside, that I have to say that, okay, this is what happened to me in the past, and I have to forgive myself. Like, you know, I didn't know I've done these things, because I didn't know I've done, and that person done that stuff to me, because that's all he knows. And it's okay, it doesn't have to hurt me anymore. I don't have to hate myself anymore. Yes, I accept that those things happen, those things that did happen to me, but it changed my whole mindset of the way of thinking. I wasn't get angry a lot. I wasn't get angry easy. I still get angry. I still feel sad, and I still be angry every now and again, but nowhere near as it was before. And I guess I realized that's forgiveness is. And I remember back then, I used to get really angry easy about little ass things, like if somebody cut in front of me driving, or even, do something that, it was only little things. I remember back then I used to waste a lot of water bottle throwing at people. I remember one day that me and my wife driving in a car, and I chased this car down there. I can't remember what was going on the road. and I throw the brand new water bottle, my wife. Then because of that, I was so angry about it. And I realize now, like, those things I can't control. Like, I just have to just let it go and say, if it happened, it happened. One of the things that I used to, back then, I used to blame a lot of people as well. I used to blame my dad, and I used to blame my mum. I used to blame my aunties. I used to blame my family the way that I thought about the stuff. And I was thinking about why my life turned out that way. I used to blame my family, what had happened to me, back in Samoa. And it makes me realize when I've done all the, when after my appointment with the psychologist, and done a bit of a research about it, that, I'm only doing damage to me. I'm not actually damaging or doing any harm to anybody, if that makes sense. In a way that I could end up hurting somebody. I could end up hurting, not mentally and physically, because of the way I react to a lot of things. So now, like, I'm able, as soon as I done the forgiveness, and I was able to understand and deal with a lot of problems in a different way. I am now able to think about stuff really deep inside me that I accept. I can be angry, I can be sad, but in a very short amount of time, and I don't have to sit there and probably spend a lot of time onto it, because I think that's most of the time that I will struggle with, is because I spend a lot of time getting angry and frustrated, and just stressed about it, And I was able now to let go, even my kids were starting to get hurt about it, because when I get angry about something, I can actually take home, and a little as thing, like my kids will wanted to play, my kids will wanted to talk to me, and my anger is still sitting in me, like, it's still in there. And then, it's just spread into the whole, the whole family. And it's so sad that, I was angry about something that I cannot control anymore. It's in the past, it's happened in the past. I cannot control anymore. All I can control is my thoughts and my head, and I just have to move on. And one of the hardest thing that I have, like, deal with is how to move forward and how to continue to, to be able to, not to be able to go back into the whole mindset of the guilt, angry, frustrating, sad for quite a long time. And if there are any things that I would advise anybody out there that's wanting to do well with their health, wanted to start their business, or even their relationship with their, husband and wife, or even their kids. It is the number one things that I will advise anybody, if they can look into it, even the weight loss, and how people feels. It is a very deep, important things, and I've never shared this with anybody, especially on the social media as well. And the reason why I wanted to share this is I've noticed that from last year, this year, that I have done really, really well, and I've noticed that a lot of things that happen around me, it does make me angry, it does make me feel sad, but I'm not stay in there for days and days and days, that like I used to. And I know that I recognize a lot of things, like, when somebody complain around me, I recognize that there is a negative in there. I also, when I see something that's positive, I wanted to hold on to it for quite a long time, because I know that makes me feel better. It makes me think a lot more and it makes me want to do stuff a lot more. So, you know, for anybody out there that's really struggling and still hold on to a lot of things in the past, just remember that we've done a lot of those things only because that's all we know. And if somebody done it to you, and if somebody that have done something to you, just remember that they've done. Imagine if somebody done that to them and that's all they know. They're probably still angry about it. They probably don't know how to get out of. I've just told you the tools that I've used since I've started this, and I didn't start it off this way. You know, I was in a mess in the last 3 years. Not until 2019 I get into a very, very deep trouble, and you know, in my head, and everything that was going on was going to ruin my whole life, you know, and everything that I wanted to do. It was, you know, it just went out the door. So 2019 was the year that, you know, makes me realize that I need to sort myself out. I need to be able to find out more about the forgiveness and what it's all about, you know, and I wanted to feel better, you know. I wanted to be able to serve. I wanted to be able to live with my purpose and my passion, and be able to be together with my family, because I realized that it's actually going to hurt my family, hurt my relationship. And the most important thing is my girls, you know, my kids. That is the one that's going to end up suffer. Just like the way, you know, like so many relationships and so many families that end up without a dad or without a mum, only because of that we unable to recognize and we unable to forgive ourselves, and to be able to forgive other people around us as quick as we can. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be angry. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be sad. I'm not saying that you can't have those feelings, because those feelings, for me, I am now understand that it is the most important part of our life and our journey, is because we're allowed to feel sad, we're allowed to feel angry, we're allowed to feel bad, we're allowed to be stressed, but don't stay there for quite a long time. And I'm said, my goal, and I'm hoping that I can do that, is to not to be able to stress about things, and not to be able to hold on to a lot of anchors and a lot of things for quite a long time. I'm allowing myself to do it, but be able to let it go as quick as I can, or even when I'm done, close the book, put it on the side, and open the other book to move on. It's a bit like someone says something about when one door is closed, another door is open. And I now remember and understand what is the psychologist means to me, that write things down, that how you feel. Write it down on a piece of paper or in a book. But when you finish with those feelings, take it all out. You can burn it out. Take it all out. And then once you finish, move on. You can face it another way. Put yourself into a very different environment, yourself, and walk through it in a positive mindset, in a positive way, and then just move on. And now understand, and I have to do that for quite a long time to be able to become normal to me, and become, this is my new normal. And I wanted to be happy, I wanted to move forward, you know, as long as I can. So my biggest advice for you is, you know, if you do need some help, please reach out. There's so many people out there that can help you, including myself, that I can help. You know, I can sit down and have a listen to you. I can talk to you, or just somebody that you can talk to, that you can trust. Please do reach out. You know, I hate to see any families or any kids that growing up without their dad, without their mum. The relationship is just a mess, because I've seen I've seen the impact that can have into a little, especially our little ones growing up. It's huge. So enjoy the video. Please do send me some messages if you enjoyed it. Otherwise, have a good one, and we'll see you later. Bye bye.